Narrator myself. Come quickly to our spring palace in Jezreel. Written by my own hand. Part 1. 1. 2 Chronicles chapter 21, verse 12. Jehoram received a letter from Elijah the prophet, which said, "This is what the Lord, the God of your father David, says. You have not followed the ways of your father Jehoshaphat, or of Asa, king of Judah." Late for the evening meal again, Princess Sheba hurried down the grand stairway, embers of fury still white-hot. A bumbling maid had dropped her favorite ruby earring, and after an enduring search, found it under Sheba's couch. In order to make an example of the careless girl, Sheba denied all her handmaids their evening meal. Queen Athaliah would commend her strict discipline. She might even forgive Sheba's tardiness when she noticed how beautifully the ruby earrings matched the scarlet head covering Abba had given her. Sheba was usually afforded these little indiscretions, since she was King Jehoram's favored daughter. But the looming pall in the dining hall made her wonder if she'd pushed too far. Keeping her head bowed, she tried to walk softly, but her new sandals clicked with every step across the marble tile. Finally reaching the dais, Sheba took her customary place at the women's table beside Athaliah. She kept her head low, but felt every eye focused on the royal tables. Surely the eerie silence didn't hinge on her late arrival. "You're late, Jehosheba." Athaliah leaned close, whispered, and used Sheba's full name. 3 sure signs of her anger. But the queen always maintained control, considering emotions a luxury of the weak. Her ochre-stained lips, now pressed into a thin red line, resembled a wound against her alabaster skin, and screamed their warning. "I'll probably have to help the servants clear the tables." Often disciplined publicly if the offense was public in nature. Sheba's hidden bruises were testimony of her private errors. Tonight, as on most other nights, 2 tables graced the elevated dais. Abba Jehoram sat at the head of the men's table, his closest advisers on his left, and Athaliah presided over the royal women. The remaining tables formed neat rows in the expansive dining hall, every place filled with the king's council members, secondary wives and children, royal tutors, and Sheba's cousins, sons of Abba's deceased brothers. 3 new tables had been added to make room for the cousins and their guards soon after Abba's brothers died. The thought of clearing all those dishes made Sheba bristle even more about her lost earring. "Perhaps my maids will lose 2 meals. "Well, are you going to read it or not?" The queen's shrill voice split the silence, her eyes focused on a sealed scroll in Abba Jehoram's hand. Sheba leaned close to whisper, "What's happening?" but fell silent at Ima's glare. "You read it." Abba shoved the scroll back at his queen, bridging the small space between their tables. His hand trembled, the gold rings on his fingers clinking intolerably. While Ima broke the seal and unrolled the parchment, Sheba scanned the tables of the king's royal guard. Her favorite brother, Hazi, sat among the hulking Karaite soldiers, his eyes wide and staring, which sent her heart into a gallop. If even mischievous Hazi looked anxious, this scroll must be of grave concern indeed. With a huff, Athaliah cast a disparaging glance at Abba Jehoram and cleared her throat. Sheba sat a little straighter, proud to be seated at the queen's right hand. She wondered, not for the first time, if Abba realized his good fortune at marrying such a capable woman. Athaliah, like her Jezebel, had been trained as Baal's high priestess before her marriage, learning not only the religious rites, but also how to read